Saturday, August 24th at 7 p.m., CTWE Pro Wrestling comes to Amity Regional Middle School in Bethany, featuring former WWE superstars Kevin Nash and Rhino. For tickets, visit www.ctweprowrestling.com or call Ken's Cards in Berlin at 860-832-8302. CTWE Pro Wrestling, family-friendly entertainment.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the wrestling segment of the Sportswire. Today is August 23rd, 2013, and we have a very special announcement for you in this segment here. Okay, now if you joined us last Sunday for SummerSlam at Buffalo Wild Wings in North Haven, it was a great card for the most part. I mean, there were a couple matches where, quite honestly, I couldn't. They were okay. I was very upset that RVD had to face Dean Ambrose on the kickoff match because they didn't show the kickoff match at Buffalo Wild Wings. You had to show it you had to see it on your app, on your smartphone, and with the buffering, it really wasn't that great. I would have rather seen Natalya and Brie Bella on the, on the kickoff show. But either way, Rob Van Dam defeated the United States champion Dean Ambrose by disqualification. So he did not get the title. Well, nobody really thought he would anyways. Okay. On the actual show. The first match was actually the Ring of Fire match. Bray Wyatt defeated Kane. I thought that match was decent. Bray Wyatt is pretty good. Kane's getting old. But after the match, the Wyatt family came in and still beat down Kane. Actually slammed his head between the two steel steps. That's a way to write Kane off for the foreseeable future because he's going to film See No Evil 2. So quite honestly, that actually worked for Kane. Okay, there were actually quite a bit of surprises. Well, also, Natalya defeated Brie Bella, which, quite honestly, I really could care less about. Natalya is a great wrestler. Don't get me wrong. A great female wrestler. Brie Bella's getting there, but the female wrestling division in the WWE right now has nothing on TNA. Nothing on Impact. So, I really don't care. Cody Rhodes defeated Damian Sandow in what was a decent match. I mean, there's really not much to talk about it. Dolph Ziggler and Caitlyn, they defeated Big E Langston and AJ Lee. I mean, what could you say? They're not using Dolph the way they need to. Big E the same way. I don't like AJ Lee as a Divas champion. I think she, being like 85 pounds soaking wet, my soon-to-be 8-year-old son, could easily defeat AJ Lee. I mean, really. But anyways, moving on. World Heavyweight Champion. Now, these next three matches, the final three matches of the night, were the best matches of the night. World Heavyweight Champion Alberto Rio defeated Christian. That match went back and forth. I thought Christian was going to win it at one point, but obviously Alberto Rio came out on top. Ricardo Rodriguez was nowhere in sight, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. So, Christian, I think he might get another title shot, but I'm not sure. I really don't know. All right. Also, Brock Lesnar defeated CM Punk. It turned into a no disqualification match on the kickoff show. And believe me, when I say no DQ, it was literally no disqualification. Paul Heyman got involved, of course. But what happened was CM Punk almost had the match won. Unfortunately, he got distracted by Paul Heyman and ended up, getting distracted. Brock Lesnar took advantage of that. And I have to say, this match and the WrestleMania match that Brock Lesnar had actually warmed me up to Brock Lesnar, being a decent wrestler. I never thought he could really do the moves, or I never really liked him, but I got a newfound respect for him from SummerSlam and then WrestleMania prior. And even Extreme Rules. I couldn't believe it. But Brock Lesnar did come out ahead. It was one of the best matches of the night. And then Daniel Bryan versus John Cena for the WWE Championship with Triple H as the guest referee. Now, you know, with Triple H as a guest referee, something had to happen. Daniel Bryan won. He won cleanly. He beat John Cena cleanly, which we all knew anyways. So he became WWE Champion. Now, Randy Orton comes down. And everybody's, I called it last week. Orton was going to cash in the Money in the Bank. What I did not expect was Triple H turning on Daniel Bryan, giving him the pedigree, and that's how Orton became the champion. Not from an RKO, from a pedigree, from Triple H turning on Daniel Bryan. I have to say, I was stunned, I was floored, I was excited. I love it. Triple H and Randy Orton together, it's unstoppable. And I happen to really enjoy it. I'm not, Daniel Bryan is a great wrestler, don't get me wrong, but I do not feel that he is world championship or WWE championship caliber. I don't, because he's not a showman like Hulk Hogan or Triple H or John Cena or Randy Orton. He's not there yet. He's a great wrestler. But even with Bret Hart, I never liked Bret Hart. But when he turned the corner and became the Canadian-loving, American-hating Bret Hart, his character definitely took a turn. And, he added character to his wrestling repertoire. That's why Mr. Perfect was so awesome, because he had the charisma, he had the character, and the wrestling skill. He's an uncrowned world champion. But the fact is, Randy Orton is your new WWE champion. Now, moving on to tomorrow. Tomorrow night, August 24th, 2013, Connecticut Wrestling Entertainment, the CTWE, which, if you remember, we had the Mac on as an interview a couple months ago. Their final show is tomorrow. It's their 5-year anniversary, and it's their final show.
What you meant when you said that you would spend, and now it's time to build from the bottom of the pier right to the top. Don't hold back, packing my bags and giving the academy a ring. I don't ever want to let you down, I don't ever want to leave this town. After all, this city never sleeps at night. It's time to begin, isn't it? I get a little bit bigger, but then I'll admit I'm just the same as I was. Now don't you understand? I'm never changing who I am. It's time to begin, isn't it? I get a little bit bigger, but then I'll admit I'm just the same as I was. Now don't you understand? I'm never changing who I am. It's time to begin, isn't it? I get a little bit bigger, but then I'll admit I'm just the same as I was. Now don't you understand? I'm never changing who I am.
All right. Well, thank you for looking at that. Tomorrow, being the 24th of August, Ken's Cards and Collectibles in Berlin, Connecticut will have an autograph signing with Kevin Nash and Rhino from 12 to 2 p.m. If you haven't bought your stuff, you can, go to CTWEProWrestling.com, click on the autograph link, and they'll let you know. There's also bargain ticket deals for the 5-year anniversary event. Well, you can't buy them in advance anymore. You could buy, those are gone because you can't buy them in advance anymore. Anyways, moving on to the card in a 5-way elimination match for the CTWE heavyweight title. It's going to be Lucas Sharp versus, let's see, who's in the match? The Sexual Spider Monkey, Pinky Sanchez, Firebrand Brian Fury, Redline Chris Battle, and Slick Wagner Brown are in a 5-way elimination match for the CTWE Championship. Also, Big Sexy Kevin Nash will be in Connecticut tomorrow night as a 2-on-1 handicap against a 2-on-1 handicap match against the Platinum Entourage. Also, we're going to have Derek Bateman, formerly from NXT, also former Heartthrob Antonio the Promise Thomas, and former Spirit Squad member Mike Mondo will be in a triple threat former WWE superstar match. And there's a bunch more on the card, including Rhino. Rhino will be on the card. And, like I said, Kevin Nash and Rhino will be part of the autograph signing tomorrow. What you don't know, here is our big announcement. And this is one that I'm super, super excited about. Tomorrow night, I will be getting to the event at 6 o'clock at Amity Regional High School in Bethany. Okay? Because I have set up an interview with Big Sexy Kevin Nash. And we will bring it to you next week on the Sportswire. I will have an interview with Kevin Nash. I was telling our Hall of Famer Brett Garrett about it. He goes, oh yeah, he made a joke about it. Big Daddy Cool interviewing Big Daddy Cool. Well, I'm super excited about it because, this is definitely going to be one of the bigger names, bigger caliber, names that we've ever had interviewed on the Sportswire. And we're going to have it tomorrow. So definitely stay tuned. If you haven't gotten your tickets, get your tickets at the door. And, we'll be there. So that's going to be just absolutely awesome. And that'll be up next week. So I want to thank you for tuning in this week because, quite honestly, it's been a great segment, great wrestling segment. Check out CTWE 5-year anniversary spectacular tomorrow from the Amity Regional High School in Bethany, Connecticut. 7 o'clock bell time. So, follow us on Twitter at SportswireSWE. Like us on Facebook. The link is over to the left. And then you could, see the thing scrolling at the bottom. Also, check out our YouTube page, youtube.com/SportswireSWE. And then SWE-CT.com for everything. And like I said, next week we will bring you our very special interview with Big Sexy Kevin Nash. See you later, Nick. See you guys later, folks. Enjoy.
Saturday, August 24th at 7 p.m., CTWE Pro Wrestling comes to Amity Regional Middle School in Bethany, featuring former WWE superstars Kevin Nash and Rhino. For tickets, visit www.ctweprowrestling.com or call Ken's Cards in Berlin at 860-832-8302. CTWE Pro Wrestling, family-friendly entertainment.